Hey guys, how's it going? It's your pal Victor here, and welcome once again to the What If Watch Party. And today is the Killmonger episode, and I'm really curious about this one. It's going to be interesting, and hopefully you guys want to chat about it. We're going live right now. It's 10:45. The episode should be up in something like an hour and 10 minutes. And we got Jaden Blaze here. Hey, how's it going, man? Enjoying seeing you here, and welcome to the watch party. Trying to get this camera going. Usually I got it flipped the other way, so yeah, just tweaking it some more. What do you think this episode is about? Here are my theories on this episode. So we know that Killmonger was in the CIA at one point. He was a CIA asset. We just got to Wonder Man says, "What's up, brother?" We just got to assume in this episode that he was serving right where Tony Stark was attacked after debuting that Jericho missile in Iron Man 1, and he saves his life. And he kind of my guess is he becomes Tony Stark's bodyguard and probably becomes Iron Man. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. I don't know how on the money that is, but I feel like there's a good chance of that being the case. Sorry, my rig is a little different today, so I'm just playing with it a bit. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. Am I 100% that that's the case? Not really. But I would like to think that that's kind of what it's going to be about. I know we're going to see... I don't think Party Thor is in this episode. I know we see the drones that Whiplash made in one of the videos. So this might cover like Iron Man 2. And maybe Whiplash is in this episode. I don't know. So that'll be interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys have an idea? I mean, I'm all open for that. And I want to thank you guys for the thumbs up on the video so far, because I see we got more thumbs up than we have viewers. So people have been dropping in and out here. So cool. We're trying to grow the channel, so I appreciate it. All right. There we go. This is what happens when you... I was playing around with my rig doing something else. Maybe becomes happy. Blomp, blomp, blomp. Jon Favreau was in last week's episode, so there's a good chance he might be in this one, too. I don't know. I'm also curious what that means exactly. Is Killmonger going to become Iron Man? Is he going to become Black Panther? I like the idea of Killmonger as a hero, but I'm curious as to where this is going to go. But this will be one of the more interesting ones. I also think Michael B. Jordan is doing the voice of Killmonger in this episode. So I don't know if if Chadwick Boseman. I don't think this is the zombie one. I feel like we're gonna see one big crossover episode at the end. I don't think we're gonna see like direct sequels to episode anytime soon. So I don't know. There's also an Ultron episode. I don't know if this is it or not, but like I said, we did see the drones from Iron Man 2. It is interesting because all we know is he saved it starts at the beginning of Iron Man 1, but he saves him. Also, I've seen Iron Man 1 a bunch of times. That Jericho missile like blows up like literally 5 seconds after it like lands near Tony. So Killmonger had to have been right there. It could be the whole thing's a setup. So that'll be interesting, especially with how fast he has to pick it up and throw it. I think the Ultron episode is the final episode, possibly. Got that Winter Soldier feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because realistically, this episode could go in a lot of directions. Like, is Killmonger really a hero, or is he setting up Tony? Because you realize if Tony doesn't get captured by the 10 rings in Iron Man 1, that means Obadiah Stane is still like the co-lead of Stark. So the whole time, like, Obadiah Stane is going to be in the picture, and we know he's crooked and has been selling arms behind Tony's back. So maybe Killmonger is working for Obadiah Stane. If you guys don't remember who Obadiah Stane is, Obadiah Stane was Jeff Bridges' character, who, it was alluded to. He also had something to do with Tony's dad being killed in the first one, even though we never really saw if Obadiah was part of Hydra or not. I would kind of suggest that maybe he was. I feel there's a lot you can mine with that character, but I would think that maybe Killmonger is working for Obadiah and this is like a setup, like maybe he's financing Killmonger and this is a way to try to get his hands on some vibranium for Stark Enterprises. I don't know. There's a lot of ways this could go, and that's kind of why I'm excited about this episode. It could be really cool, So that's sort of what I'm thinking, I mean, this is gonna be I actually want him to be good. Like, honestly, in real life, I really wish Michael B. Jordan would be taking over as Black Panther if they found some way to do it in the next Black Panther movie, because I really liked his character. I felt like he was a strong character than T'Challa. Which MCU project are you most excited for? Right now, I might say this one. I really like this one. I was really, really pleasantly surprised by Shang-Chi. I don't know how I feel about Hawkeye yet. It kind of feels like a throwaway. So I'm just going to say... I can't say Spider-Man is Black Panther in this episode. I would be really surprised if he wasn't. Not that he was bad. Michael B would be great. Yeah, agreed. I don't know. I feel like there's a good chance if T'Challa's not in this episode that his dad T'Chaka probably is. So I feel like Black Panther in some form is probably in this episode. That's like my 2 cents. I don't know. I'm really interested because there's a lot. This episode has to be well written because of how many early Marvel movies it's crossing over. Like I said, if Obadiah Stane isn't at least referenced in this episode, I'm going to be really surprised. It's coming out at 5 o'clock for me because I live in Australia. Oh, that's awesome. Living in Australia must be really cool. I mean, not that you have to wait to see it, but, I think living in Australia outweighs, like, having to wait to see it. Any ideas on why they swapped tonight's episode with the Halloween zombie one? Do we know that happened? I mean, these episodes aren't really in any order. Last week was the zombie episode, so I don't really know that they were swapped out of order. My 2 cents anyway. You could just as easily say any of these episodes are swapped out of order. I enjoyed the Hawkeye trailer. The comic vibes kept hitting. I don't know who's in control of Easter eggs for MCU, but boy howdy. Are there Easter eggs in that one? I mean, the Rogers musical, other than that, the dog, I saw Hawkeye's dog, which was cute, heavy spoilers said so. I mean, I could just as easily say the episodes are out of order because there's no real order to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they played... I'll put it this way, guys. When I first saw What If, they sent me the first, 3 episodes, and the first one wasn't working, so I just watched them out of order, and I don't think, it changed anything. You could watch any of these episodes so far in any order, and it wouldn't change anything. Anik Musliala says, Hi, what's up, man? How's it going? Not that I don't know anything about heavy spoilers. Is it a channel or a website? My guess is probably because Marvel Zombies was kind of like a stronger lead into the second half of the season. Oh, okay. It's always good to lead with a strong episode. He's trustworthy outside of that Mephisto debacle. I hear it's on YouTube. Yeah, any channel that buys in, that has Mephisto fan theories, I'm like instantly like, whatever. It's a fanboy channel. You guys know me, and I've been around for a minute. I'm like, dude, stop. The last thing you want to do is throw out a Mephisto fan theory at this point. It's like 4 times now. Oh, Mephisto's in this episode. Oh, Mephisto's clearly like, stop. Mephisto isn't in anything. If Mephisto shows up in anything, it's gonna be a fucking movie. Of course, I'm suspect. Sus. He's a DC fanboy. He's a cool Brit. Yeah, that's cool. Brits are cool. Again, sus. I ain't gonna lie. I like both equally, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, I hope Obadiah Stane is in this episode. I do love heavy spoilers too, not just for MCU. Oh, I'll have to check it out. It could even be, hey, what do you think? Do you think like Killmonger's working for the 10 Rings and they're trying to get their hands on Iron Man's fortune? That's also possible. You know what I'm saying? At this point, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of things. A lot of people compare me to Cosmic Wonder for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I talk. I haven't checked out his channel either. I need to do that. I just like talking to people. So, that would be cool. Right? I'm just saying, like, here's what it is, guys. When you're doing a what if and you're involving Iron Man 1, you are treading on a lot of, you could change a lot of shit. Because, like, hell, what if Killmonger is working for Nick Fury to try to get Tony Stark to fund the Avengers initiative? You can't tell me that wouldn't be possible, because it could be. Because it's what if. And again, I dare you to drink 1 bottle of water just for fun. Have you not seen my channel before? I drink like 4 bottles of water at least on this. Probably gonna run out of water right now. That would be funny. Honestly, if they show Iron Man 1, like, and it's Don Cheadle instead of Terrence Howard, I'm gonna laugh. Because that's funny. Would you be a vegan? I'm not, but I could be, because I like Indian food. So I could very easily just eat Indian food and non-meat Mexican and be a vegan. Because I like zucchini and I like potatoes. Tomato curries, What if Iron Man was fat? Then he would look like me with a smaller beard. I'm Iron Man. Enjoying the pregame shows. Oh, thanks, Wonder Man. You rock. Thank you for the super chat. Wonder Man rocks the Casbah. Imagine if Tom Cruise was Iron Man. Fun fact, guys, for those who don't know, Tom Cruise was almost Iron Man. For about 5 years in the 90s, he tried to get... Rob Liefeld tried to get a Iron Man movie made. True story. And Tom Cruise was attached when it was at Paramount Pictures. And they worked on the script for years, and it just didn't happen. Isn't that crazy? They did the Mission Impossible movies instead. If you want to get an idea of what Tom Cruise might be like as Iron Man, it would probably be something like Edge of Tomorrow. And I say I could see that happening. I would say the likelihood of Tom Cruise as Iron Man, if the MC, would probably be low because it'd be too expensive. Do you think The Watcher will finally interfere by putting all the superheroes from different universes? Yeah, I kind of think they've spoiled that already. Yeah, because I know we've seen a scenario where it's Captain Carter, the Dark Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Star-Lord T'Challa, and Black Widow as the whatever her dad was supposed to be in the Black Widow movie as a team, because she had his shield. If you've seen the mid season preview, so Although it's altogether possible that that Black Widow as the, I forget what her dad, the Red Guardian, Black Widow as the Red Guardian could be in this episode. It's totally possible. Because, here's the other thing. Like, Nick Fury brought in Natasha to spy on Tony in Iron Man 2. So, say if there's already a Killmonger as his bodyguard, does Natasha still come in as his sexy secretary in Iron Man 2? I kind of think not. Because we do know this movie or this episode is going to touch on Iron Man 1 and 2. We've seen the drones that Whiplash makes for Justin Hammer in one of the things, in one of the ads. So, totally possible. And by the way, guys, if you're enjoying my conjecture on what this episode might be about, please feel free to give this video an upvote, a thumbs up. And if you haven't signed up to the channel, hey, I encourage you to subscribe because we're going to do a big giveaway the closer we get to 3,000. And Verse says, yo, I'm here. Yo. Do you think that is actually Strange in the Spider-Man trailer? Yes, I do. I've heard this fan theory before that Doctor Strange in the Spider-Man No Way Home is actually Mephisto, which is stupid. I'm like tired of these Mephisto fan theories. They're so fucking dumb. Because some people are saying, oh, well, why would Doctor Strange fuck up that spell? Have you seen the trailer? Like, Spider-Man doesn't stop talking, and he keeps fucking things up. And somebody was like, oh, Doctor Strange wouldn't fuck up that spell. Wong tells him not to. Doctor Strange is fucking full of himself. I'm just saying. Yeah, I've heard this one, that it's actually Mephisto as Doctor Strange, and that No Way Home is the MCU version of One More Day, because he's changing it so no one remembers him. So, of course, Mephisto has to be involved somehow, and I'm just like, dude, I'm so over Mephisto fan theories. I'm just saying, like, they need to stop. None of them are ever clever. They're all really way too on the nose or too way out there. And I'm like, okay, I will hear your Mephisto, No Way Home is really fucking One More Day theory, but after that, no more. Say don't subscribe to the worst channel. When it starts, my boy, says FNG Dre. It starts in about 50 minutes, usually. They usually put it live around like 10 minutes before the hour, usually 5 to 10 minutes. So, Mephisto theories are like rap beef. There's a new one every week. Heyo! Did I think I was going to be spending most of 2021 still talking about Mephisto fan theories? Nope. Yep, watch all the WandaVision fan theories. Everyone was wrong. Dude, you know what was funny is I was doing these WandaVision watch parties, and I had called that Mephisto wasn't in it, and that basically Wanda was the architect of this whole thing really early on. And I actually mentioned it to this guy who was trolling me the whole time. He's like, no, you were wrong. It's really blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, whatever. Trust me, I have watched them. What's your favorite Spider-Man suit? The black and red one from the end of the last movie. I'm just patiently waiting for the X-Men to join the MCU. Super excited. God, I want that to happen so bad. I just don't think it's going to happen for a couple Money Heist. I haven't watched Money Heist part anything. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it was Agatha all along. I will say, the fact that Agnes was Agatha Harkness, I thought was so kind of on the nose. I was shocked when it happened. I used to like the Iron Spider one, but I do like the black and red one more. Remembering times when Please Stand By from WandaVision was the most annoying villain in the series. Honestly, yeah, that's what I hate about, the 9-part MCU shows. They're always, half an hour long. I mean, somehow What If makes it work. They always feel longer than they are, which is good. But yeah, WandaVision always felt like each episode was like 5 minutes long, and I'm like, ugh. What if Cult Classics is Mephisto? I don't know. I don't know. You're missing something if you haven't watched Netflix's Money Heist show. I recommend you watching. I'll have to check it out. There's just too many shows right now. If I was Mephisto, I would erase all the Mephisto fan theories. What's your favorite Marvel show so far? Probably Loki. I'm gonna say Loki. Just because, like, I'm not a big fan of Wanda, so my wife more likely hates how obsessed I am with the MCU. To me, it's just built to last. Yeah, I mean, right now they're really testing the shocks on that with having to rock the OG Kenya says, "What's up, man?" Hawkeye trailer. I liked the Hawkeye trailer. Michael G. Jones says, "What's up, dude?" What's up, dude? Thanks for checking out the channel. I'm glad you could make it. Spirit of Detroit podcast. Facts. To me, WandaVision felt like going to the dentist. Loki was addictive, and What If is amazing. Yeah, I think What If is clearly the best show. How do you feel about The Boys? I really like The Boys. I'm probably going to do watch parties for that when that comes out. What do you think of the Hawkeye trailer? I don't know yet. On my break right now for my night shift. Oh, cool. Yeah. It looks a little Die Hard-ish. I don't know why Hawkeye's wife isn't in it. What do you think they'll stop making MCU movies? When they stop making money. Loki was amazing. Loki was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And, like, guys, like I said, if you're enjoying the pregame show, please feel free to give the video an up like. We're trying to, get this channel blow up a little bit. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We do these parties every week, and we do them for most weekly superhero shows. So I think you'll enjoy it because we do intelligent breakdowns here and not Mephisto fan theories. No Mephisto fan theories. Gonna watch Shang-Chi in 2 to 3 days. That's cool, man. Shang-Chi's a really good show. Not show. It's a really good movie. Since Daredevil and Kingpin are set to appear in the MCU, do you think Netflix Marvel's final canon? No. It's gonna reboot. Ha, thank you, says Steven Kernut. I thought the trailer had a buddy cop feel. Well, clearly, I forget what girl, Kate Bishop, is going to be one of the Young Avengers. So, as long as there's a platform, Disney, Marvel will go. Well, you got to realize, too, that Disney Plus is the second most popular streaming service besides Netflix. So, like, it's going to be going for a long time. We got a couple new subscribers, so thanks for subscribing, guys. I really appreciate that. It'd be nice if we could get to like 2,700 tonight, or at least close. So that's kind of what we're going for. So I appreciate any support you can throw my way. Just feel free to subscribe if you dig what we're doing. What if what if the grades here? Fat Man TV says, what if is an A? WandaVision is a C+. Loki is a C. Whoa, that's controversial. Falcon B-. Black Widow B. SC B+. I'm not sure what SC is. That's a pretty damn high grade for Falcon. I don't think streaming is the end. No, I mean, Shang-Chi just showed that Marvel can make money off movies forever. Do you love Rick and Morty? I enjoy Rick and Morty. I really like that season finale. I always kind of assumed that backstory from the barbecue, the Szechuan sauce episode was like canon with the dead wife because we never heard of her again, So yeah, I really like that Rick's origin thing, Pretty sad he killed evil Rick and then he didn't get any satisfaction. Doo-doo-doo. And thank you guys for all the likes. Like I said, we got 12 people in here, so that's pretty good considering it's still an hour till like the show starts. So any more theories, I will feel free to talk them out and explicate them to the best of my ability. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe. So yeah, what we're saying here is, okay, Killmonger is in this episode. He's probably still working for the CIA or Obadiah Stane or the Ten Rings, right? He could, you know. Here's another question: how's Whiplash gonna fit into this episode, or Black Widow? Because we see drones here. I loved how Falcon was fleshed out and became Cap. Loki needed more episodes and more action for me. I can see that. I just kind of thought Falcon could have been like a 2-hour movie and not like 6 episodes, especially because I was really let down by the Madripoor episode. Would Thor retire after Thor 4? Doesn't seem like Chris Hemsworth is tired of playing Thor. I'm guessing he's going to be like Jeremy Renner and kind of stick around forever, you know, or Samuel L. Jackson. It only seems certain people will get tired of being in the MCU. Like, I'm actually surprised that Chris Evans left. Well, and he's probably going to come back for some cameos, it looks like. And I'm sure he'll probably be in Captain America 4 in some role, so. You realize all these shows like tiptoe around the idea of Steve Rogers being dead, and then what was it? Falcon Winter Soldier said maybe he's on the moon. Well, here's another thing: in the comic books, when Nick Fury, the original Nick Fury, got old, he went to the moon and he served as a watcher, like not a watcher, but like for interstellar threats. So my guess is Cap is up there with like Nick Fury as part of Sword, you know. Verse. I honestly enjoy series more than movies. Most of the time, series provide more deep info. That's really true. Thor will never fully go away as long as the MCU is around, in my humble opinion. Yeah. Well, also, now that they've opened up the multiverse, it opens everything up to recasting. So you can just say, oh, it's just a different version of the same character. Because we've already kind of gotten that. Like, the Gamora we know from like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 is dead, and Infinity War is dead. So the Gamora that's running around is a completely different Gamora right now that we actually don't have any connection to. Hawkeye is probably heavily based on the Hawkeye comics. Yeah, that's very true. It very much looks that way. Like, it even has the dog from the comics. Hope we will get Black Bolt soon. Unfortunately, I think because of the Inhumans TV show bombed so bad, that's probably not going to happen. And I'm sure that Eternals is there to set up the idea of mutants. That's the only reason I probably will support that movie. It's like, okay, we got to set up the idea of mutants. You know, fave Marvel comics. I used to really like X-Men in the 90s. I did like Secret Invasion. That's one of my favorite series, and I'm hoping the show is good when they get to it, you know? Because they've done a good job with the Skrull so far, I think. And like I said, guys, if you are checking out our pregame and you have not subscribed yet, please feel free to subscribe. We're a fun channel. We won't bite, I promise. And we'll have some giveaways on the way. Inhumans reboot would be a good way down the road after X-Men. Yeah, I think the problem was when they set up Inhumans in the first place, they were really hoping that like Inhumans were going to take off like mutants somehow. And like this was going to be like the magic bullet. Like, okay, we can't do mutants since we don't own the X-Men. But guess what? Then they ended up buying Fox just for the X-Men mainly. And then the humans, all the stuff they did with them, like, didn't really catch on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the TV show. So they're kind of just ignoring a lot of that shit, which is why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon. You know what I mean? Some theories say Doctor Strange's spell opened up the multiverse. I kind of think the multiverse opened up at the end of Loki. You know what I mean? So this is just another way of like, I think it's more along the lines of going into Spider-Man's personal multiverse. I also have my theories on, I think they keep saying that Atlantis is going to be introduced in Wakanda Forever, and that Namor is the villain for Black Panther, which would be interesting. We also got to remember that Namor is the first mutant, so it would be an interesting way to introduce the idea of mutants through Namor and the Atlanteans. Like these people mutated and then they were able to live underwater. So, we're how if there's mutants living underwater, who's to say where else mutants could be living? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the way you sort of have to look at it, and we're just trying to see what's going to work there. Honestly, I would like them to introduce mutants sooner rather than later. Have you seen the Matrix 4 trailer? Yeah, I think it looks really cheap and kind of shitty, unfortunately. I feel bad for Yahya Abdul-Mateen too, having to fucking play like Discount Morpheus. And Colleen Wing is playing like Discount Trinity. Some sort of like oof, or cosplay Trinity. I don't know. We'll see how that one is. Would Multiverse be closed until Ant-Man Quantum Mania? No, I don't think so, because who do you think will be the big bad over the next two phases, Null or Kang? Kang, because it won't be Null, because Sony owns all the Spider-Man characters, and Null is a symbiote character, so can't be in the MCU. So there you go. I wouldn't be shocked if you end up seeing Null in the Sony universe of Marvel characters fighting Venom at some point. So there you go. Because that's the thing, guys. Sony wants to convince you that Venom and Morpheus are part of the MCU because they have characters from the MCU in them. They are not part of the MCU, no matter how much Sony wants to tell you that they are. I'm going to watch Venom Let There Be Carnage just like you guys, but don't fool yourself into thinking that Venom is part of the MCU. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not. I'm sure at some point that might be possible, but for right now, he's not. That being said, Venom was a funny movie. I enjoyed it, so I'm sure I'll probably like Venom Part 2, even if I've never liked the character of Venom. Do you think Disney will get Spider-Man for the MCU? I think they'll do what... Yeah, you can. We'll just keep doing deals with Sony to keeping him in the MCU. What if all the Marvel heroes become evil like in The Boys? I'm sure eventually they'll do something like that with Dark Avengers, since they already have, U.S. Agent and, Yelena and probably somebody else to do the Dark Avengers. I'm so hoping we get Sinister Six and Thunderbolts by early Phase 5. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Sinister Six in No Way Home in some form, because Sony and MCU are blowing their load. Everyone who saw Venom 2 early said it was better than the first. I'm going to see Venom 2 probably in the next week or two, and then I'll let you know. Buy back all the character rights for Full Control. I don't think that'll ever happen. And that's one of Marvel's big fuck-ups, that they sold those rights in the first place, because now Sony can hold them over them forever. They can charge whatever the fuck they want for Spider-Man, but you realize now that Sony's kind of doing their own Spider-Man MCU. And this is me churling back around to the issue of why I'm not super excited about Spider-Man No Way Home, because it kind of feels like it's ripping off Into the Spider-Verse. I'm like, everybody liked Into the Spider-Verse. It was a good movie. Do we need a live action shitty-ish version of it just 2 years later? I'm not saying that it's gonna be shitty, but it feels very crammed. And I liked the idea of villains from the multiverse, but we know now that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in it. I don't know if you've seen that video floating around, but it's true, and it's kind of if Spider-Man was a real MCU movie, all this shit wouldn't have leaked ahead of time, Yeah, because this is the shit I think about. Steven says, never thought about it that way, but it's true. Saw Malignant today. I recommend seeing it in theaters. I saw Malignant on Friday. I was not a big fan of this movie. I don't think it's a good movie. If you're gonna go see it, like, you probably should see it in a theater. But I can't, like, in good conscience recommend that movie because it's really stupid. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I thought the first 10 minutes, like, up to, like, they're like, time to cut. I thought that was gonna end up being a fake movie. Like, like a movie the characters in the movie were watching. It's like, dude, what is this? And then the movie just gets dumber and dumber. I mean, or weirder and weirder. I don't know. I don't really think I have a solid opinion of it. It's not a great movie. I mean, it's crazy, like, but there's just when, like, she's in jail and turns into Ninja Ghostface, like, ugh, no, so stupid. Shut your expectations off. 80s Italian horror, but with a 2021 very niche. I saw Malignant with a friend. He loved it. I fell asleep. Yes, I thought it was a false beginning also. Yeah, dude, I've seen a ton of Italian horror movies. I have, like, posters for 2 Italian horror movies right here on the side of my office. And I get that it's, like, doing this whole, like it's making, like, kind of like, it's sort of like City of the Living Dead or The Psychic or, like, Bird with the Crystal Plumage or Deep Red. And then it's trying to be like Basket Case, and, like, it's just, there's too many twists. And then the psychic electric, like, when she's in jail and the phone is, like, talking, it's like, dude, it's obvious it's like this conjoined twin thing from the beginning, like, controlling the phone. Like, there's some cool stuff in there, like when dude's pacemaker explodes, but yeah, dude, I don't know. Maybe it might be a good movie to go and, like, wasted and watch, or just high with your friends and you're gonna laugh. I don't know. I was just like, it looks kind of cheap to me too. Like, the whole thing has, like, this, like, it kind of looks like Saw in parts, where it's just like a big set, like. I also didn't like the girl. Yes, I saw Shang-Chi and Ten Rings. Anyway, I'm not gonna dunk on it. I think everybody has a right to like what they like, 100%. I think if I'd seen it, like, a few years ago, I probably would have been more into it than I am now. It was just not what I was expecting it to be in a big way, and I was, like, sort of disappointed by it. But then again, I feel like it's not that different from other movies that James Wan makes, because Dead Silence is also really weird like this. There is a John Walker cameo. Alright, you need to stop spamming or I'm gonna ban you. You can post something once, you post it, like, okay. I don't know why these people think, like, I'm not gonna ban them. Like, when you're like, I'm Salik, I'm gonna post spoilers, blah blah blah. Okay, you posted it like fucking 50 times. Hi, user on this channel. Bye bye. Sorry, guys. This is what I got to tell you, dude. It's like I like to do these parties to have fun and talk with you guys and stuff. And then there's always, like, 1 or 2 guys who come in here and then they're just like, he's talking about U.S. Agent, the Captain America from Falcon and Winter Soldier. 30 minutes, I know. It's almost here. I promise if you watch Money Heist, you will be addicted. I will check it out. I'll see what it's about. What was I watching? I was watching Cocaine Cowboys, the new limited series, because I liked those Cocaine Cowboy movies like 10 years ago. And it's just not as good as the movies were. Well, the first one was good. The second Cocaine Cowboys movie was kind of stupid. I don't know. I like I enjoyed those Billy Corgan crime documentaries. He did another one I liked, and I can't remember what it is. I also watched that Bob Ross documentary, and that was like really sad. And like I said, guys, if you enjoy the chat, if you like our little talks about the show, please feel free to like this video so more people find it. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I should have brought in some snacks. I don't have snacks for this episode. Well, hopefully it'll be on the edge of my seat and I won't need snacks. Let's see if we got any more subscribers here. Mandalorian. I'm looking forward to the next season of Mandalorian. Only 2 new subscribers, guys. Come on, man. You know, we're just trying to make this fun, but I don't know. Is this going to be a sleeper episode that people aren't really watching? I don't know. Watch Kate today on Netflix. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, I started watching that. It looks good. The Bob Ross documentary. It's very sad. It is pretty dope. I was digging it. I haven't been staying up this late lately. I'm like an hour and a half past my bedtime, so I'm like, you know, shocked. Do you think movie companies should take more strict actions on those sites who leak movies? As far as I know, they take pretty strict action. I mean, you know, you got to be pretty stupid to like leak. I don't even know why people would do that shit anymore. I'm like, do you want to get caught and go to jail? They're gonna find it, you know. I see people post movies on YouTube. Like the other day on accident, I ran across some moron who posted all of Shang-Chi. I was like, why would you post this on YouTube? Do you want to go to jail? I mean, you know. I don't know. I like my leaks, not gonna lie. Why would you want to watch like a shitty version of the movie? Like, I don't know. Like, everything is so easy to find now. Like, the legit version, and it's, like, cheap. Like, you can get anything for, like, $4. Or $5. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. You know, I also speak from a position of, like, you know, I feel like if you try, you can find anything, you know? And that's just where I'm coming from. So, hey, what do you know? Don't hate. Not everyone wants to pay to watch it, I suppose. But it's like, if you really want to watch something, you're watching the worst version of it. I can slap my friend 10 times if he gives me Shang-Chi spoilers. Not sure I want to watch the Bob Ross. Do they paint him bad? I know his story. Don't want to get mad. He comes across good. It more or less paints the people who like control his image and likeness now as assholes, especially since they like keep his kids from getting any of the money. Most leaks that are real are flagged almost immediately. Anything else is pretty much fake. Yeah, true that. Well, that's why I was pissed about, like, so this is my first time here. Are you mostly Marvel? Do other movies as well? No, I do other movies as well. If you check out my channel, I like review movies and post reviews of them ahead of time. Like, I got like 3 to post like tomorrow. Because I saw Cry Macho, which comes out on Friday. Prisoners of the Ghostland, Eyes of Tammy Faye, and Cop Shop. So I've seen all 4 of those already, so I got to post reviews of them like tomorrow. Sweet. So it sounds close. What sounds close? Will Toby and well, we know because Sony flagged those videos. Yeah, I also post a lot of art videos. Like, here's something I'm working on for a commission. It's like a Predator sketch. It's kind of Garbage Pail Kids Predator sketch. Do you think Spider-Man should take more care of his secret identity? Well, clearly that's a big point in Spider-Man No Way Home. So, yeah, he probably should. Then he wouldn't have to, you know, he shouldn't have told Mephisto his identity. Shouldn't have. But what can you do? Or not Mephisto. Mysterio. God, we got Mephisto on the brain. I liked Mysterio, by the way. He was a good bad guy because they made you think he was a good guy, and he did a good job playing him. Your drawing skills is awesome. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll have to draw some Marvel stuff on here sometimes. What else? Oh yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're just checking us out for the first time, please feel free to subscribe. I promise you we have a lot of cool content. And you know, I'm gonna crank up the volume while this thing's going on, so we'll chat about the show. But yeah, just trying to grow my channel here. Strange is off to me. Strange is just full of himself. If you think about it, we really haven't seen a lot of Doctor Strange. We've seen him 2 seconds in Thor: Dark World. We saw him for a few minutes in Infinity War, and then we saw his movie where he's a guy who's full of himself. And we've also seen that in What If. So that's it. We just haven't gotten a lot of Doctor Strange, and people forget that Doctor Strange's big problem is he's fucking arrogant. So of course, if he can try to pull off a spell like this, then of course he's gonna try it. Do you want to see Hulk 2? We're never gonna see Hulk 2 because Marvel doesn't want to do business with Universal. That's why we get Hulk stories and other characters' movies. I love the Garbage Pail Kids in the 80s. Great job on your art skills. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I work a lot for Tops who do Garbage Pail Kids, so I do a lot of Garbage Pail Kids art for them. So that is fun. It's a fun way to pay the bills. And thank you for pointing that out. Do you think we'll see Hulk crush Strange's hands? No. I do not think we'll see that. And anyway, it doesn't matter because as Infinity War showed us, or Endgame, there's nothing wrong with Strange's hands anymore. Which episode is coming today? Party Thor or Killmonger? It's Killmonger. And people ask, how do you know that? Go to the What If Twitter account. Every Monday they tell you what episode of What If that is. So this is a What If Killmonger was a superhero episode. There's a bunch of clips floating around from this episode already they posted too, so that's how you know. And like I said, guys, if you're enjoying the chat here, all the communication we're having about this episode, please feel free to like this video so more people find it. And if you haven't subscribed, please take a minute and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Hey, if you want to thank me, subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel, do some giveaways, and like I said, I know this episode doesn't seem as flashy yet as last week's Marvel Zombie episode, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty important episode. Are you an type of spoiler giving guy? I don't really like to do spoilers because why would I fuck it up for other people? Have you watched Candyman? Yes, I have seen Candyman. I have thoughts on that movie. You know, like, I really wanted to like it more. I think I like that it's a direct sequel to the original Candyman. I feel like the producers or somebody stepped in once this movie was done and kind of like changed shit. Strange seems fairly adamant about not messing with time. I don't know where you're getting that at all. Why grant Spider-Man a wish instead of, say, bringing back Iron Man? I don't think... I feel like that's not a good equivalent. Yeah, Strange was fucking with time. All of that What If episode and all of... and a lot in the Doctor Strange movie. Wong had to be like, stop fucking around with time. When will Shang-Chi be available in torrent and other sites? I would be shocked if it wasn't already. MJ as Spider-Woman? Like, no. After 45 days of release. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Disney Plus in like the next, like, I don't know, like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. So... they said after 45 days of release, it was going to be on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure it's been out at least 3 weeks already. So, like, maybe in the next couple weeks, it'll be on Disney Plus. I'm sure once it's on Disney Plus, it'll be on fucking everything because someone will rip it from that, you know? We got like maybe 20 more minutes till the episode shows up. Simon Williams Phase 5 cast me. Oh, the Wonder Man character. It wasn't that Nathan Fillion? Man, we're not getting a lot of new subscribers this week, but I guess that just means we've got a little core group this week, so that's good. He said in one movie he'd never mess with time. I think it was Infinity. He said that. That was not something I would remember. I don't think that happened. Theater have different feelings, which watching on TV or Disney Plus can't give. No, in Infinity War, Tony was telling him what he could do, and he saw 14 million variations of what would happen, and he knew he couldn't say shit if he wanted to save the world. So he just kept his mouth shut because he knew if he told Tony he had to die, he wouldn't fucking do it. Because as the one thing we know about Tony Stark is that he's fundamentally selfish. And he never learns from his mistakes or problems. That's why there's at least 3 different MCU movies where he learns the same damn lesson. Seriously, think about it. Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, and Civil War, he learns the same lesson over and over because he can't, like, you know, Nicolas Cage is Spider-Man Noir. See, this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, Into the Spider-Verse just happened. Why is No Way Home just ripping it off? Doctor Strange explained the time concept in MCU very well. I think Wong explained it better, to be honest. Like I said, I don't know where this idea that like Doctor Strange doesn't fuck around with time like comes from, because like I said, I can see it's kind of a mind wipe spell and he fucks it up. You know, I think once we see the movie, I think Wong's just gonna tell him you're over your head, and he's like, I can do it, and that's very on the nose for Doctor Strange. Like, honestly, I feel like Wong would probably be a better Sorcerer Supreme at this point in time. And it's weird that we've actually gotten Wong in more movies than Doctor Strange. You know, it's kind of strange, isn't it? But I feel like Wong is actually a much more well-rounded character than Doctor Strange, too. I don't know, maybe we'll get him as the Sorcerer Supreme one day. I think that would be nice. And again, guys, if you're checking out the channel, we're probably about, 13 to 15 minutes away from the episode being up. Please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe in the corner. Just the little logo, hit it, and you can subscribe. And that helps us out because we're trying to grow. Wong has been in a lot recently. Yeah, he's really good in Shang-Chi. Check out Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Probably one of the best MCU movies. Shocking, I know, but true. I was thinking it'd be a good what if episode. What if Wong was the Sorcerer Supreme or the Ancient One? I know, I would think that would be cool. I always wonder if we're ever even going to get Mordo again. Because remember at the end of Doctor Strange 1, it kind of set him up as a villain in the future, and then he just kind of disappeared. He's just off killing wizards, It's like, hey, all right. Guess he just killed the wizards and moved along. That's my 2 cents anyway. So here's another one. Do you guys think that Killmonger is going to be the king of Wakanda in this? Set him up like Adam Warlock. Well, I think we probably will get Adam Warlock since James Gunn is coming back for Guardians 3. So if he set him up, now he'll probably deliver on him. Although, like, here's the thing with Adam Warlock is he's essentially like God. Well, no. Yeah, he is. He's Jesus. He's Marvel's version of Jesus. So, and I don't think Adam Warlock actually works without, like, the High Evolutionary, who's his creator. So it'll be interesting how they introduce him, because yeah, he's basically like Captain Marvel, or one of these like super, like the Eternals, like he's like ultimate level hero guy, like he's a space god. And I don't think there's any way they can really do justice to that kind of character. That's another reason I'm not that into Eternals, but maybe once I watch it, I'll change my mind. But do I think Adam Warlock is gonna work in the MCU? I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, yeah, Space Jesus, boom. How are you gonna get that to work? He would have to be the villain of Guardians 3, probably. So who knows? Do you love pineapple on pizza? I don't love pineapple on pizza, but I like Hawaiian pizza, which has pineapple. Like, I don't love any kind of pizza because I live in Arizona and the pizza here is really shitty. I did find a decent pizza place the other day, and I ended up getting pepperoni and jalapeno on it, and it was really good. What is the name of this episode? I don't know yet. It's gonna have Killmonger in the title, probably. Remember last week's episode just was called What If Zombies? I saw some guy try to post a leaked version of it, and he made up his own title for it. It was called What If Legends Never Die? And I was like, oof, somebody's trying too hard. It's like, oh, look at my clever title. That's not really the title of the episode. I'm like, dude, it's What If Zombies. That's what the episode is literally called. So, yeah, What If Legends Never Die. Literally wanted to throw up. I'm like, stop it, man. I did enjoy last week's episode. Like the whole thing with Janet being the first zombie in the quantum realm. Hiro Matsuni says pineapple do belong on pizza. I enjoy a good. I enjoy pineapple with ham and good cheese, and that's a good Hawaiian pizza. But I would rather have a good pepperoni with extra cheese any day of the week. Sausage, twice every day of the week. My 2 cents there. Pineapple on pizza sucks. The true controversies are coming to light. Is there an Indian Avenger? Yeah. Miss Marvel is Indian. And she's gonna be in Marvels. And I think she has her own show coming up, Miss Marvel. Yeah, Kamala Khan. She's from India. But yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys. You gotta make things fun, Alright, we've got about 12 more minutes until this episode goes live. Are you guys excited? I'm telling you, I'll have the episode running in the background. Do some gaming, bro. I'm not a big gamer. There is. India has their own version of Superman, also Spider-Woman. Pepperoni pizza is supreme. Isn't Supreme Pizza supreme? Finally had a working VPN watching with you. Oh, thanks, Rye. Rye is checking it out with us. He's been around for a minute. Gaming content fetches you more views and subs. Yeah, I know. What's going on there is I'm just not, I feel like I got to be me in my content, and I'm kind of like a movie TV guy. We can think of many outcomes after every What If episode. Probably. What is the time in your place? It is 11:44 p.m. I agree, pepperoni pizza is the best. Just cheese pizza. I also like cheese. How many total episodes will be there? 9. So after this week, there's 3 left. So that means there's probably 2 more like unique what ifs, and then the last one will probably be the crossover one with all the characters crossing over. And that's how that works. Someone expecting a post-credit scene for this episode. We haven't had a post-credit scene for any episode yet, so I don't foresee one happening for this one. Maybe episode 8. That's my 2 cents anyway. Do you guys think Obadiah Stane is going to be in this episode? Do you think Pepper's going to be in this episode? Maybe Killmonger steals Pepper from Tony. Ooh. Someone's saying, what if episode will be 12? It's not. It's 9. What can we expect after this whole phase? After this whole phase? Probably the next phase, 5. Always something. Yes, Pepper is fire. Drip. Dune movie. I already saw it. You can see my review on the channel. It's good. And I'll have another review once it comes out again. You know, that is more spoilery. Maybe see Happy. Blam, blam. I did like that. I liked how the zombie version of him was still doing the blam, blam, blam. And like I said, guys, if you are enjoying our chat and are looking forward to joining us during the thing, please feel free to give us a like or a subscribe. Black Widow review. I'm pretty sure there's one up. I didn't really like it. Like 5 years too late. Did someone see Hawkeye trailer? I saw it. Looks alright. I mean, I'm not jumping for joy over it. It looks kind of just whatever, you know. I don't think Killmonger will take over. Would be cool. Do you think Killmonger will have a vibranium Iron Man suit? I mean, that might be cool. Like a vibranium Black Panther armor. And he takes over Wakanda. Possible. That's what I'm excited about this episode. It feels like there's a lot of stuff that could happen. Captain America. Yeah, pretty much. 50-50 chance. Yeah, you know, I'm excited. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. And we're trying to get to like 3,000 subscribers by the time episode 9 rolls around. And if we do, we will do some awesome giveaways. Loki was an unexpected series from Marvel, and it brings a lot of meaning to this phase of Marvel. True. I think it really set up, you know, all the multiverse stuff, which seems to be what Marvel is all about right now. And we got another subscriber. Thanks, guys. Every subscription helps. Like, don't think it doesn't. I am very much into talking to you guys. Horror movies you recommend to watch? That came out this year? Man, I don't know. I really liked what? Prisoners of the Ghostland comes out this weekend. I think that one's pretty interesting. You know, I wasn't super into Candyman. I wish I would have liked it more. How's Dune? It's very good. It's very good. I will watch that movie again, and I'm looking forward to it. Episode launched. Don't believe that. It's too early. And I did that last week where somebody said it launched like way too soon. Like it's still like 11 minutes before the top of the hour. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. They don't put it up this early. It's usually like, you know, you don't find it anywhere. It ain't up yet. I went to an early screening of it. like how everyone is like, oh, is it up somewhere? I'm like, no, dude. It'll be up on Disney Plus. Here's the thing, guys. Like, Dune, I think it comes out tomorrow somewhere. And on Friday it comes out. It has a staggered release, so it'll leak eventually. Candy Mane. Hustle and Flow. That's funny. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna check now because it's 11:50. And like I said, guys, if you haven't liked this video yet, please like it. Helps other people find the video when they're looking for a watch party. And if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe because, like I said, we're just trying to grow the channel. Waiting for a Free Guy to be streamed. I think Free Guy might end up being like on Stars or Hulu. I'm sure it's going to be online soon, though, because usually it's on demand like a month or two after it comes out. 10 minutes. I'm checking now, so we'll see. Do you love stand-up comedy? I enjoy stand-up comedy. I don't know that I love it. But, you know, if a guy is funny, I like it. I also have to do a review of Star Wars Visions because they sent me a screener for that. Alright, it says new episode, but it's the zombie banner. Or I mean the zombie, 6 episodes. Alright, it's up. It is called What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. It is 33 minutes long, and it says, an American soldier called Killmonger rescues Tony Stark when his Humvee is attacked in Afghanistan. So I am going to go live right now. This is probably the earliest the episode has gone up. Rated TV 14. Some flashing lights may something. Just reset it, it'll be up. Bump, 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 bump. Or at 44 seconds. And Michael B. Jordan, Jon Favreau, Chadwick Boseman, Angela Bassett, Denai Guerrera, Andy Serkis. Oh, so Claw is in this. Don Cheadle, Paul Bettany, Leslie Bibb. Lots of people from Iron Man and Black Panther in this episode. So maybe Killmonger kills T'Challa. What if? Alright, talk to you in 15-20 minutes. Feel free to stick around if you like. Oh, they actually showed him. Jericho missile. Jericho missile. Alright, they're in Afghanistan.
Yes, very cool. Please, no game friends. No, throw it up on tape. Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be having a job with peace.
Yeah, there's the beginning of Iron Man. He does not sound like Robert Downey Jr. There's Killmonger.
It was a spectacular entrance, seriously.
The 10 rings have reinforcements en route. We need to move now.
What I mean, Killmonger? What is that, German?
A nickname.
That's clearly a good fit. I see where they got it. What's your afternoon like?
Oh shit, that was cool.
Heroes are not born. They're forged in darkness. Shaped in battle.
Oh, so Tony never becomes Iron Man.
Defined by sacrifice. And I am Iron Man. Without Tony Stark's fateful capture in Afghanistan, the age of Iron Man would never come to pass. Though the man was
There's Obadiah Stane.
the hero was lost, and the villain was given a new chance.
Mr. Stark, were you injured in the attack?
No, but I did spill my drink, and it was a 26 McCallum, so I'm pretty sure that's a war crime.
Excuse me, sir. According to British policy, did you learn any lessons from your time in Afghanistan?
I did. Never travel anywhere that doesn't have a Four Seasons.
Has this experience changed you?
Well, I saw young Americans killed by the very weapons I created to protect them, and I realized we have to do better, build bigger, and fight better for them. Which is why I'm bringing in Lieutenant Eric Stevens, a Navy SEAL who saved my life, as Stark Industries' new Chief Security Officer.
He does become his bodyguard.
Alright, Tony's back, huh?
Lieutenant, Christine Everhart.
I think we're done here.
What is it you were doing in the Kunar province?
Saving me? Pretty sure we went over this.
It's just strange, since on the day of the attack, his unit was stationed 400 clicks away.
If you're trying to imply that he had advanced knowledge of the attack,
You'd be right. I uncovered plans to assassinate Tony Stark while on a deep cover operation inside of 10 rings. Oh, well, there you have it, folks.
Oh shit, he's gonna expose Obadiah Stane.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because those plans were bankrolled by Stark Industries COO Obadiah Stane. Tony, I don't know what this kid is talking about. Let's get out of here and work through. Don't you worry about that. I brought receipts. Wire transfers, bank documents, phone records, Googling. I just dropped it all online. I knew it.
Tony, you son of a security!
Good punch there, Happy.
I never liked that guy.
I'll say this for the new guy. He certainly makes for good TV, right? Eric, what the Raiders asked for months. What do they all have?
They came for the king and they missed.
I owe it all to you. That's why I want you by my side 24/7 as my new COO.
Wait, you're giving him Obadiah's job?
Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Stark. I think I'm more of a soldier.
Which is why it's perfect. You, me. We'll be like Butch and Sundance.
They died at the end, Tony.
Okay, bad example. The fact remains, I need a killer. Figurative one, of course. But hey, a literal one can't hurt either.
What? So he already took over Stark.
Yeah.
And Pepper never becomes Tony's,
Colonel Rose, what can you tell me about our knight in shining camouflage?
Graduated Annapolis at 19, MIT a year later.
Don Cheadle.
Himself since joining the SEALs as part of an elite ghost squad that specializes in high target wet work.
Please tell me that's plumbing.
Assassinations.
Jeez, glad I asked for clarification.
All in all, I'd say he's done pretty good for a kid from Oakland. I mean, what's your concern, Pepper? I mean, other than the killer part.
A lot of people come around looking to get their moment in the sun with Tony Stark, and it's my job to sniff out exactly what.
I think it's the same girl who did the voice of Scarlett Johansson.
Everyone wants something.
Thank God there's no commercials.
Welcome to Candyland. I built everything in here myself. Well, except for the Lambo that's 3D printed.
Oh, man. Repulsive him?
Trying to miniaturize the Jericho into a portable firearm.
That she pops.
Easy, killer. I come in peace.
What did your old man used to say? Ah, that's right. Peace means having a bigger stick than the other guy.
Hey, play nice. It's a friend. A lot of good it did, dear old dad. What about you? You close with yours?
Nah. He died too. Gang
But it's in the wrong hands.
God, I like Killmonger. He's such a good character.
For real. And again, going to make human soldiers obsolete. I can never crack the interface.
Because you didn't have me. Let's do this. Let's build your science fair project. You saved my life. I'd like to return the favor.
He's gonna build the Whiplash drones.
The MIT doctoral thesis database project. Liberated. You've got an ear for branding. I'll give you that. Bold design choice.
Wood. I like anime.
Worst case scenario, we'll end up with the world's most expensive Gundam model. Jarvis, start casing the warehouse. We're gonna need FPV wiring, nano circuitry, and Bloody Marys. You know we're starting to end up.
So they're building a giant mecha that he designed. Yeah, this whole thing's a setup. My Disney Plus, it's saying I'm in the wrong region. Like, what the fuck? Oh, your VPN. So basically, Killmonger designed an Iron Man suit that Tony and him are building.
Human pilots mean human error. But with Jarvis at the wheel, drones can react to stimuli in real time. And no one needs to lift a finger. Operations test. Start Liberator drone Mark 1. Shoot.
Yeah, basically...
It's only a failure if it explodes. Okay, that changes things.
Yeah, the thermal regulator process is under call.
You know, we need another power source. Hey, if we could miniaturize an arc reactor, well, that's a dumb idea.
What we need is vibranium. With the right juice, we can act as a self-sustaining energy.
Fucking call that shit vibranium.
Too bad cops used up the last of it during the war.
Not all.
Where'd you get this?
This kind of stuff pops up all over the globe. You just gotta have the right hook.
I might have just the guy.
Claw.
Ulysses Claw? No, Tony.
That's right, because Tony knew Claw.
Say that to people in my tax bracket?
Tony, in case you forgot, Stark Industries is not in the business of fraternizing with black market RS
Dude, this is a good
dealers.
fucking episode.
Wait, what?
Listen, things go south, shareholders are gonna flip. Unless we secure some kind of diplomatic cover.
You send Rhodey. There. He's U.S. Air Force, and he's the company's military liaison. We're all above board.
I think that's a great idea.
Excellent. I's dotted, T's crossed. Pep, don't put yourself.
Right down the hard side. Not every day the Americans get down in the muck with the likes of me.
Can't clean up the world without getting your hands dirty.
Oh, that is good.
Look, Claw still...
On a pillow.
Oh, that sucks, dude. It's such a good episode.
So, about that vibranium.
Oh, no foreplay, eh? You know what? It's a waste of time anyway. Dora Milaje spear.
Oh, he's got a Dora Milaje spear.
See, I know, but
Tony spends $10 million on a slow Tuesday in Vegas.
good. Now that I know you're in business, we can move on to the good stuff.
Where did you find all this?
What's going on here? We've been briefed. Find them and lock them up.
Uh-oh, the Dora Milaje are gonna attack them for that vibranium.
You got eyes on this? Come on. Come on, I'm calm. You see this?
Oh, it's Black Panther. He might kill Rhodey.
Oh, really? Because you're kind of sending me mixed messages right now.
Let me take the vibranium back where it belongs.
Sorry, cuz. That ain't gonna fly.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's that paralyzing tech.
Didn't have to go down with this. Sonic R&D is no joke. The Sonic Taser thing is legit.
Did he just kill?
lessons. Fight for them, die for them.
Kid, you gotta be part of the system to change the system.
Nah, you can burn it down.
He killed Rhodey.
My, I will not want to play chess with you, my friend. I leak word of the sale to the Wakandan war dogs. All played out just as you predicted it would.
You better load up the product. The door will be here soon.
This is a crazy episode, dude.
Hey, Tony, bought you a souvenir. What? Airport gift shop out of Toblerone's?
Stephen watching the news. We lost one of our own. We need to show the world who's boss.
And just who is the boss? Lieutenant?
Last I checked, your name from the building.
And the paper trail. We certainly saw to that. But not to everything. Word of the wise, never play Clue with Jarvis. He sees all.
Go ahead, call the cops. Still won't get here in time to save them.
Yeah, well, police are the law. I want justice.
You never lifted a finger in your life. What, you gonna ask Pepper to come and kill me?
Yeah, probably not, but there's no need. I melted down that ring of yours. You're right. Vibranium worked like a charm. What do you say? Killers?
I think he's gonna kill Tony now.
I guess I have to freestyle then.
Tony's dead.
Each one's for a kill. Believe it or not, Tony, I was really hoping you wouldn't make the cut.
Friend, I really thought it was you and me against the world.
We're not fighting the same battles, Tony.
Two gearhead orphans trying to do right by our fathers. You sound the same to me.
The difference between you and me is that you can't see the difference between you and me.
Killmonger's a pimp, yo. I still have no problems with him doing this.
Vibranium spear, Wakandan issue. Definite hit job. The Wakandans wanted some message. Not a very subtle one.
How did none of this get captured on security?
Jarvis was wiped clean. Conveniently.
What are you implying, Pepper?
Oh, I don't know. 3 murders in 2 days and 1 man at the center?
You were talking to a highly decorated naval officer.
Hey, gentlemen, cut the lady some slack. Her name's Tony. Hey,
Ross.
next move.
They want a war, so that's what we'll give them. Put the Liberator drones into production.
Okay, hold on. That will require a multi-billion-dollar allocation. The board will need to be consulted.
The Patriot Act should cover the red tape. The U.S. military is hereby seizing control of all Stark Industries assets.
You must be joking.
No one has ever accused me of being funny, Miss Potts. We're at war. You work for me now.
Oof.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You just invented 21st century warfare.
Now he's gonna take over Wakanda. Dude, this is such a good episode. until he kills Claw right now.
Oh, I'm glad to see my vibranium's been put to good use.
Yeah, and I'm just getting started. How about a road trip? You telling me this is it?
Wakandans are full.
And now he's gonna kill him to get in with the Wakandans. Because he still has that passport on his lip. Now he'll give him the guy who killed.
Hey, boy! Come on, better get going. Not looking to meet the business end of one of their spears, if you know what I mean. Set.
Like you said, Wakandans are full of surprises. I come to forget and offer you justice. Bryan Andrews, son of Prince and
What is this foolishness? Enjoyable sire, no children.
We're led to believe that. Let us believe that.
Now,
And he is still an American.
there's
What
Shuri.
does he know about
These are my people too, cousin. I brought you the man who stole your vibranium and murdered your people as proof of my loyalty to Wakanda. You have the eyes of your father. He used to tell me stories about you, about watching the sunset from the top of Mount Lashanga with his brother.
I shared the same story with my own son.
I spent my whole life searching for my home.
Damn, that's
Rest
good.
easy, nephew. You are home.
But there's no time to rest. War is here. The drones are made of a vibranium alloy, just like your weapons, almost indestructible.
Oh, please. They're built by Americans. We'll be home in time for lunch.
It will not be that easy. The drones operate via a hive matrix, communicating with each other in real time to maximize strategic efficiency.
Then how do we cut them off from their network?
We let them inside our force shields. The electromagnetic interference will block their satellite.
You're suggesting we let the killer robots into the city?
That's the only way to disconnect them from the Jarvis AI. After that, we'll destroy it. The Americans won't have any vibranium left to rebuild.
Why should we trust you with our people's lives?
I know what it's like to have someone take it from me. And if I had the chance to avenge my father, I wouldn't hesitate. These people murdered your son. Even if there's only a chance I'm legit, isn't it worth the risk?
What say you, General?
Oh, she's the general. I didn't know that. Bombay. Oh man, I'm totally gonna rewatch this as soon as it's over. Nevada.
Drones moving into
This
position.
is the Wakandan capital? Confirm location.
Sir, all drones are on track.
It's time.
Are you certain about this, Baba? Entrusting our fate to this outsider.
He is Kevin.
Open the shields.
I think the only issue with this episode is that he would be much younger at this point in time. Because this is in like 2009? 8?
Military. What the hell is going on?
Some kind of interference.
The
See that? Get it back online.
It's working.
You're right.
Thank you, nephew. You've made your uncle and father proud.
I only wish to serve Wakanda.
Much rather you join me in celebrating tonight. Know that wherever life's journey takes you, you'll always have a home in Wakanda.
I want to be more than that.
That is impossible. The drone should be disconnected.
Tony Stark. He must have built the backup transmitter.
Why would he do that?
That man was a villain. Didn't trust anyone.
This is such a good episode. And now he makes himself the hero. Well, what happened to T'Challa's girlfriend, Lupita Nyong'o's character? And now this is how he earns her loyalty.
Wakanda
Drone offline. Fuck Stark. And now Killmonger becomes king of Wakanda.
Does it meet your expectations?
It surpasses them. I only wish we could share it with our brothers and sisters across the world.
Your father wished the same. Perhaps that is why Bust has returned you to us.
I am a loyal servant of Wakanda, Your Majesty. Let me be of service.
With this earth, you shall become the next Black Panther.
And now he will talk to him on the plane. Crazy.
Was it worth it? My cousin,
Yeah, I did what I had to do.
for what? A throne?
For vengeance, for my father, and for all my brothers and sisters who suffered through oppression while you just sat back and watched.
You believe the cure for human suffering is more suffering
The cure is power, and now I have it.
because you stole it. Power unhand can be a very volatile force, cousin. It will get the best of you eventually. On your plane or on ours.
Only you can avenge Tony Stark.
Missiles locked and loaded by 0600.
Yes, sir.
All due respect, sir, isn't that a lot of firepower to aim at a country most Americans can't find on the map?
By tomorrow, they won't need to.
Oof. Where's Nick Fury? Oh, there's Shuri.
How did you get in here?
I'm here to help Miss Fox.
I knew it. He killed Tony. And your brother? How did you get this?
Mr. Stark was a genius, but he's not the only genius. It appears we have a common enemy.
Unfortunately, your side and mine refuse to see it.
So, let us open their eyes together.
Heroes are never really gone. They live forever, as do the ones they inspire to carry on.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I think this episode has one of the biggest hero kill counts. Like Jesus, like Black Panther, War Machine, Tony, they all get killed in this. Like Jesus. I'm glad they addressed the Obadiah Stane issue early on. And we're going to talk about it. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. If you haven't signed up for the channel yet, please feel free to subscribe. Yeah, overall, I would say this is one of the coolest episodes of the series so far. No credit scene, so... Chadwick Boseman is in a lot of these episodes too. I think he's in at least one more besides this, so he's like in most of the series. Why did he kill Black Panther? Because this was like his whole scheme to take over Wakanda and get the powers of the Black Panther himself. So he kind of had to die for that to happen. You know, let it never be said that this version of Killmonger was a villain through and through. Much more of a villain than the Killmonger in the Black Panther movie. Makes me want to rewatch that movie, honestly. Was that actually him voice? Yeah, that was Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. I think the only ones who weren't voicing themselves were, that wasn't Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, and it wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper. I'm rewatching the credits to see if Jeff Bridges was Obadiah Stane, but I don't think it was, but it might have been, you know, sounded enough like him. Other than that, everybody else was who they were, you know. What do you think the next episode will be? I don't know. Probably there's a Black Widow episode, so that might be the next one. Like, what if Black Widow was the Red Guardian or something? Jeffrey Wright. Yeah, Jeff was not Jeff Bridges. But sounded a lot like him. Andy Serkis was really good in this episode too. I would also say it wasn't Don Cheadle as the original War Machine. Would have been funny if it was. Was I sad that Chadwick Boseman died this episode? I mean, it was a sad death. Did I watch the Hawkeye trailer? Yes, I did. It was kind of like Die Hard-ish. I'm not super into it, but what if season 2 is live action? No, it won't be. It would be way too expensive to do these episodes in live action. And I really dig this animation style, I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, guys, if you're enjoyed our video so far, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and like the channel if you enjoyed it as well. I'm trying to get more subscribers. That's our goal here. I like this episode, not the strongest, but decent. Yeah, I would say that. I feel like the ending was kind of inconclusive. I feel like Shuri was too old in this episode because all the stuff that happens in Iron Man 1 happens in 2008. I mean, I get that Shuri was a little girl in here still, but what are they trying to say? She's like 30 in Black Panther? Like, you know, I mean, she was like even like 14 or something in this, you know, a little too smart for her age. I just think it's funny that we animated him to look like Robert Downey Jr., but didn't really sound like him. Love you guys. Be well. See you next week. All right. Thanks for checking out, man. Checking the channel out. We'll probably go until like about 12:30 here, you know, so probably like 4 more minutes. It's a good watch party this week. Well, we got the I Am Iron Man scene this week, so some of these scenes are a little, in the trailer, are a little deceptive, you know? I don't know that I completely agree with this show saying Killmonger was a villain all along. This episode definitely paints Killmonger as way more of a villain than an anti-hero. And I kind of also find it hard to believe that Killmonger wouldn't have bonded with Tony after building those drones. Like, I don't think Killmonger is a sociopath, personally speaking. Obadiah Stane. God, this is a good episode. I'm rewatching it right now. That's why I'm kind of being quiet. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. I thought for sure Tony was gonna show up alive or something similar. Yeah, no. I mean, Tony, again, an arrogant guy. He instantly bonded with Killmonger, you know, after the whole Obadiah Stane thing. And of course, Tony would be stupid enough to make him COO right away. They did a really good job animating Killmonger in this. Probably better than they did on that Love, Sex, and Robots episode he's in on Netflix, too. Such a good episode. I dug it. Alright, we're going to wrap this up in about a minute or so. Like I said, guys, if you're still sticking around and you haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. Glad we got a few new ones this episode. Was hoping we'd get some more, but hey, that's what next week's for. I'll probably do a little wrap-up video after this. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. We're gonna wrap this up right now. I'm gonna get a snack because I'm kind of hungry. And I enjoyed watching this with you guys. We'll be back next week for another watch party. And until then, you do this for every episode. Yes, I do. I do this for every episode. We'll be back next week at 10:30 for another. We'll break down what we think the episode is about. I think we did a good job here. We called a lot of the characters that would be in this episode. So, yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please feel free to subscribe because we'll do this for every episode. And when the next season of The Boys starts, we'll do that for that. We'll do it for Hawkeye. So yeah, it's a good way to kind of pregame, enjoy the show, and get a little perspective from some fellow fans. And I can give you my little perspective as a film critic and a comic fan. So yeah, until next time guys, hopefully you can watch it, and if you can check out my breakdown. So yeah, thanks guys, and I will talk to you all soon. Stay safe, and we will see you all next week. Until then, stay safe. Same bat time, same bat channel. Got my sub. I'll be back next episode. Thanks, man. All right, Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. All right, bye. Thanks, guys.